He has a generosity of spirit, and unlike some actors, it's not all about him.
He really had to struggle at first, and he knows what it means to work hard.
He's one of the success stories.
He's destined to make a lot of people feel wonderful.
He's not just an actor, he's an ambassador.
Her life's ambition was to be a star.
Never recovered from the public scandal.
Producer had made a specific suggestion to bring Percy in, thinking that there would be some good chemistry between him and David Koechner, the comic. And they did a really inspired improvisation together, which culminated in just a riotous chase scene. And it was funny then, and it's still funny now.
Traveler Hound, he gained his reputation there. He had his picture on the side of the van, and everybody recognized that they saw him on television when he was coming into town. Hey, what's up? That's how everybody first got to know who he was.
They were traveling around the country, visiting people in all walks of life, delving into distant corners of the American experience, finding out what somebody like Percy had to bring, which I think is where he really developed the empathy he's probably best known for.
He was abused.
In Percy's case, it was a desperate situation. Someone found him in a dumpster.
There he was. I just fell in love with him, and I knew we were supposed to be together.
When we first heard about it, she's a single mother, and you know, there's always some concerns how will that work out.
As it works out, you know, you find the right home.
When he's coming to visit, I'm so excited. I'm so looking forward to it. I set up the house special. Oh dear, tears.
We all might have been found in a dumpster, but things turn around.
Percy has a number of ethnicities, and this just lends a kind of very broad appeal to him. It actually opens up casting possibilities that I couldn't play, for instance, and I am a little jealous about that.
They wanted Bond to be blonde. They talked about bringing a blonde Bond. And I can't think of a better blonde Bond than Percy. He's got that stubborn quality, you know, that Bond has. And I think that's perfect for the character. And he looks great in a tuxedo.
There was some kind of grumbling at the top about the stature issue. It's a shame that he didn't have more of a shot at that role. I think that he would have brought something unique to it.
He can lose his cool. But what can I say? He's only human.
One of the things that I really enjoyed about Percy is talking about the scene. Percy and I would get off together and say, you know, how do you want to play this? He always had good ideas, was open to other ideas, and it was a great collaboration. So you, me, and us, Percy and I, and there's talk about a sequel.
I show up on the set, and I don't know anyone, you know, and I feel nervous and scared. And he just runs up to me, greets me, seems so happy to see me.
There was this lass that came down to the set quite a bit. And they're very sweet together, and it was very romantic.
You might have heard he's a bit of a ladies' man, which I think has nothing to do with his behavior. It's just that girls absolutely adore him.
You know, sometimes Percy talked to some others that came down to the set because he was being gracious, not because he was being a Lothario.
He really seems like a one-woman man. They're good together.
When Percy sees kids who are kind of like down and feeling a little sad, he goes right over to them, gets right in their face in the nicest way and says, hey, look at me, I'm here to cheer you up. And kids respond to Percy.
The incredible disaster of Hurricane Katrina smashed into the Gulf areas. Percy couldn't quite shake the sense of misery that people were suffering. Daisy, his mom, was beginning to notice that something was really starting to swing out of balance.
We started this nonprofit together called Send a Hug, inspired by Hurricane Katrina.
He's very compassionate, and he thought that there's something more important than just making a film and making money. We have to do something.
Percy is just, one of those guys that people want to hug, want to be around. So he went down to cheer people up, and they were very responsive to him.
By some of the reaction I saw on the film, wow, he really made people really feel good.
He made a difference. He made a difference. Yes, he did.
He set out to create his personal myth.
Whether it's on the stage, on the screen, whatever it is.
He wants to just go out and meet people, make things better for people.
You take him in like the sunlight. You take him in.
He just wants to make people happy. And I know that sounds simple, but I think if there were more people who just wanted to make other people happy, it would be a very different world.